Hi, welcome to lesson 13. Today marks a turning point. It's time to begin focusing on your personal situation and turn our attention to your future business, because up until this point we've essentially been covering the requirements and prerequisite knowledge necessary to increase your chances of building a successful online business. You've got this far, and I congratulate you, because you've already shown the persistence and desire that you will need to be successful. So now it's time to get serious and start to focus on your personal situation and your actual business. We are still in the conceptual stage, and we will be for a couple more lessons before we really get into building and marketing your business. Now is the time for thinking and planning our course before we actually make a start. You may be feeling that this is all taking too long, but I want to make sure you get on the right track, as this is something often neglected in our industry, and as a result of that neglect, most newbies fail. As I've said before, my way is not the only way. There are many ways to make money online. The problem is that many of the other ways jump right into the techniques without laying the foundations and teaching you how to build a business. And that's why we're spending a few days now to make sure that in the future you will know and understand everything, and you'll not have a missing link that may well cause your failure. In fact, what we cover today is so important that without it your failure is almost certain. Now I know that's a bold statement, but it's one I firmly believe. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything, and this is just another cog in the wheel, because I don't believe that any one product or system can make you a successful person. A good system will help you if you use it, and a good mentor will help you if you apply what they teach. But ultimately, your success or failure is in your own hands, and it'll be based on multiple factors. There literally is no magic bullet. What we're covering today is another intangible, so important to your success, and that is vision. Vision is an ability possessed by all successful people, and can be stated as the ability to see your fulfilled goals clearly in your mind. Most people don't even have clear goals, let alone the ability to see them as fulfilled. And one way to explain this is a way I heard described by another successful marketer, who said that vision is like having a complicated jigsaw puzzle, and before starting it, looking at the picture on the lid. Without the picture on the lid, a difficult jigsaw becomes almost impossible. But with the aid of knowing the finished article, you have a plan to put all the pieces in place. One of my favourite books by the late Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, states habit number 2 as begin with the end in mind. Top athletes visualize success. If you follow golf, you'll probably know that Tiger Woods was taught by his father to visualize every shot and see it clearly as a success in his mind before addressing the ball. If you talk to any successful business person about what they've achieved, they'll always tell you that they visualized the outcome long before the plan was put in place and acted upon. This is not a new idea. In fact, the Bible says in Proverbs 29:18, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Many of the 95% who fail with an online business are probably struggling to make their bill payments on time, and as a result are focused on their now rather than their future. Do you, for example, have a clear picture of yourself handing in your resignation from the job that's been holding you back all these years? Can you see yourself and your family taking that dream vacation or moving to that new home? You need to have these visions clear in your mind if they're to happen. And these are just small goals. There's a greater vision of your whole life. You must see yourself exactly where you want to be and how your perfect day plays out. I'm fortunate to know a number among my friends, many successful people, and without exception, they all have vision in abundance. It's this ability to see the big picture, complete and fulfilled. It's vital. In this picture, you don't see the obstacles or the imperfections. It's like looking at a landscape from a distance or from a plane, with everything in place and perfect harmony. Without holding this vision clearly in our mind, we fall down when the obstacles and imperfections confront us. We become obsessed with the difficulties rather than the big picture. And only by holding that big picture as true can we find the strength to overcome the challenges that are presented. Lose your vision and you'll lose hope. And if you lose hope, all is lost. It's important to hold your vision as true regardless, as it's the single most important motivating factor when on the path to your dreams. As I said, amongst my friends are many successful people, and when I look at them, I don't see them as having been lucky. In fact, quite often the reverse. None were born with a silver spoon. Many are not very smart academically, and very few had any prior experience that gave them a start. This applies to all of them, and even more so when I look at the successful online marketers. So what is their key to success? Going back to my last lesson, you must have the ability to think like a marketer. They have other factors in common too, such as hard work and a willingness to learn and apply knowledge. But what makes them stand out from all other hard-working, willing learners is their vision. They all know where they're going next and knew where they were going before they got where they are now. Your vision, of course, is totally personal. It may be just to have enough to pay your bills. It may be to drop out and live on Social Security. Whatever it is, it's okay. It's your vision. But I want you to think about challenging yourself. Lift your vision higher. Even the successful people I know, myself included, feel we have underachieved so consistently, and so we set higher goals. It's difficult to imagine the view from the top of a skyscraper when you're stuck in the street below, and we tend to allow our present circumstances to influence our vision of the future. So many people throughout history have risen from almost impossible situations to become recognized as successful. So don't allow a victim mentality to stand in your way. In The Power of Positive Thinking, published back in 1952, Norman Vincent Peale wrote, "Formulate and stamp indelibly on your mind a mental picture of yourself as succeeding. Hold this picture tenaciously. Never permit it to fade. Your mind will seek to develop this picture. Never think of yourself as failing. Never doubt the reality of the mental image. That is most dangerous, for the mind always tries to complete what it pictures. So always picture success, no matter how badly things seem to be going at the moment. I want you to also avoid the getting by mentality and stretch your thoughts to abundance, which I firmly believe is your God-given right. Remember that the size of your vision will determine the size of your result. As Les Brown says, it's not that people set goals too high and miss them, it's more that they set goals too low and they hit them. So when creating your visions, don't set them too low. Give yourself a chance of greatness. I'm not saying what greatness is, because it's personal. But think of what you could do and achieve and how you can change even just one life for the better. See yourself as a person of value and worth, and of a body filled with potential for greatness. And age isn't important. If you're young, then starting out now with this kind of vision can take you to heights that cannot even be imagined at this time. If you're older, then you have less time. So set your goals high and make sure you leave your mark on the world and reach as much of your potential as possible. So today's action step is to set out your vision for your business. You may want to go further than just your business, but initially concentrate on what you want your business to achieve, as this is what this course is all about. I challenge you to write down your vision for your business in the comments section on this page. It's not something that I'll comment on, or follow up on, or try and keep you accountable with. It'll be there for other students to see, and I hope that all will post a vision and never be negative about what's posted by others. It can also be valuable to share your vision with other like-minded people, but keep your vision to yourself other than posting it here, as your peers are often negative. But here We don't allow negativity into our lives. We are a supportive and winning like-minded group who are set on unique yet common paths. This is your vision. There's no wrong or right, and no one will make fun of what you write. So post here for 3 reasons. 1. It'll encourage you to put some thought into your vision and make it clear. 2. It can inspire others, and equally you may be inspired by what others write. No matter how big or small your vision, it may have an impact on a fellow student. And 3. It'll help give me an idea of what to provide in these lessons to best support the visions of my students. As a guideline, your vision may look something like this. My vision is of a successful online business offering value and great service to my clients, centered around my passion for healthy living. I work from home around 30 hours a week, spending time with my family and generating over $1 million a year in income. Because of my business, I'm able to take my family on luxurious vacations several times a year. This is just an example, a generic example that I wrote. It's not my vision and it'll not be yours. Again, think of the big picture and your ideal day when writing it. Never think about how you'll achieve it. This will happen as we progress. It is key to never consider how when creating your vision. Just be bold and think big. We'll cover the how when we talk about goal setting and business plans in the lessons to come. So until then, I'll see you next time, and as always, God bless you.